Hello, I'm glad you're joining us today for our recruiting role play. We're going to get right into some actual recruiting scripts. First, I want to mention the four main ingredients in what to look for when you're looking to recruit or bring people into your organization. It could be your brokerage, it could be your real estate team, your real estate network. You're looking for ideally these four things and in this order. So, number one, track record and track record of performance. What is performance when it comes to real estate that's going to be a good predictor here of someone who's going to have upward trajectory in your organization, someone who's going to be a net positive add to your organization? Number one, some kind of sales background or consumer sales background. They've already been a top performer. They've won some awards. They've had some recognitions. They know their sales numbers. They've made outbound or inbound calls, got negotiation skills, leadership skills, and they're a team player. This is all under the track record of performance. Number two, track record of work ethic. In other words, they've already worked, and probably for most of our real estate organizations, we're looking at 60 plus hours a week somewhere else. You do not want to be the first business, the first company where this person has worked 60 plus hours a week, because they're going to have to go through a learning curve. And for most people in real estate, they have to earn money while they learn. So it's just going to take an inordinate amount of hours for them to achieve both those things of both earning money and learning as they go. And that's probably going to take more than 40 or sometimes in some weeks, even 50 hours if they're busy. Work ethic. We're looking for 60 plus hours a week. We're looking that they're already following a schedule. We're looking that they already have some type of like accomplishments at their work or in their education. We're looking maybe for instances where they've juggled multiple jobs or they've worked in stressful situations. This all speaks to a track record of work ethic. So that's number two. Number three, trajectory, financial thermostat when it comes to their future, when it comes to where they want to go. Asking them a question like, how much would you like to make in the next 12 months? And then a follow-up to that, what's the absolute minimum you need to make in the next 12 months? And then having them scope out a bit on their financial thermostat. How about 3 to 5 years from now? How much are you making in real estate? Okay. And we're looking for a high enough financial thermostat. If they have too low of a financial thermostat, whatever their goals are, we know that generally they are not going to show up in your organization the way that they probably need to for you. We're looking for a win here. There's no judgment. If they only need to make 30,000, 40,000 in real estate in the next 12 months, that's fine. There's no judgment in that. That's just a part-time job. And most of us, when we're doing recruiting to our brokerage or to our real estate team or network or whatever, we're looking for ambitious people. We're looking for people that they want to, make money. Maybe they don't have a lot of like fixed expenses or anything, but they want to make a lot of money. They've got things they want to fund in their life, goals, ambitions. It could be anything. It could be giving the money away, supporting charities, traveling around the world, paying off all their debt, whatever that is. We're looking for a financial thermostat. Number four, the number four ingredient is they want to live a big life. And that can take so many different forms to so many different people, but we are looking that they can think beyond the moment that they are in their life. So we want to ask them questions like this. What's this business going to fund for you? What's this career in real estate? What is it already funding, or what is it going to fund for you going forward? And when it funds that, here's another question you can ask. What is that going to make you feel? Notice I didn't say, how is that going to make you feel? What? I want them to describe the types of feelings that they're going to have when they are making whatever that is, 150, 250, 500,000, whatever that amount is. Here's some good follow-up questions, because it might not just be about themselves at that point. Okay, in terms of building a big life, most of the time it's not, whether it's kids or grandkids, or it could be some specific kind of charity or some other kind of work that they want to do, that they want to impact. So one of these questions is, who else will this impact? Another question, what dreams is this going to fund for you? And again, where do you see yourself overall in life in 5 years? So we're always asking the financial component of it, but we also want to just know what are their ambitions, what are their goals. By the way, when you're asking these questions, you are noticing their energy. You're looking for a spark. You're looking for what gets them excited. Now, if nothing overall gets them excited, or they haven't put much effort or time or thought, or for whatever reason can't think past the next couple of months, this may be, again, a recipe that they are not a good recruit for you, because probably in your organization, you want a minimum level of return on the investment you're about to make in them. Again, that's not a judgment on them. You may not put them onto the playing floor right away. You may nurture that relationship, have them come over to your brokerage, but not on your team. Just stay friendly colleagues with them until you sense a change in them. But it's these 4 main ingredients that need to be present in order for you to have a successful, we say recruiting, but really we're talking about, right, recruiting and relationship, business relationship with someone that you're recruiting. Because even if you got them to come over, or even if they wanted to come over, and you're going to pour probably all this training and resources and time and energy and leverage into them, you want to make sure that it's going to be a win, where they're not the only one that's going to benefit, or frankly, where you're setting yourselves up for failure, where they are not going to do the minimum expectations, the minimum inputs to the business that they need to be doing to get a reasonable output to the business. And that's where most agents fail. So let's jump into a few specific recruiting scripts. I see that some of you can also now see and hear me, so I appreciate you coming on. Glad to see you. So let's jump in on some of these, and I'm going to just go with the candidate method first. So we call this script the candidate method because it keeps you in the driver's seat. It's going to establish you as the authority. You're the one deciding if they're a good fit. So here it goes. It's going to be something like, hey, I've enjoyed getting to know you. We've got an open position, or I've got an open position at my brokerage, at my real estate team. I'd like for you to be considered a candidate. Would you like to be considered a candidate for the next open position? Now, you'll notice I'm putting some scarcity in there, right? Like I'm not just taking anybody at any moment in time. I'm not just willing to add 20 people at once. I must have some focus. I must have their thinking implied in there. I must have some more specific goal or focus or support that I'm giving people when they come into my organization, because I'm only willing to open up a few spots at once. So this must be special, right? And, or if you're speaking with someone, let's say you talk about potentially working at your firm. Hey, I'm encouraged by our conversations. Would you still like to be considered a candidate for joining my firm? Okay. This can be in person. This can be over the phone. Here's what it does. This candidate method language, it keeps you in control of the conversation. It points out that you have something they want. It pre-frames the rest of the working relationship around opportunity and commitment, which I'll touch on in a different video. It establishes that this opportunity at your firm, it isn't given to just everyone, right? No pearls to swine here. And then it allows you to confirm that you've got a committed candidate. It allows them to confirm to you that you've got a committed candidate, because they could say no, right? They could say no. They could say, I'm really not interested at this time. I'm going to take my hat out of that ring. I'm going to take my name out of the hat. Whatever they give you for feedback, it's not bad feedback. No use spending time talking about the opportunity and commitment needed for a position at your firm if they're really not interested. So it gives them, somebody who's really not motivated or has found out there isn't real alignment, it gives them the opportunity to say gracefully, thank you, but no thank you. This is just not a fit for me at this time. Okay. So that's the candidate method. Hopefully this has been helpful for you. I'm keeping it short and sweet. What I'd like to see you do is go out and use these 4 ingredients when looking at your potential candidates, your potential recruits, and then go and employ this candidate language with even your existing people. You can introduce this language to them And let them know it's not all a power play. Let them know you're interested. You think this could potentially be a good fit, and you think they should be considered a candidate. Would they still like to be considered? When you come with respect, but also position yourself in a place of authority, people are generally going to respect that, especially if they know anything about your background, anything about your accomplishments, or what you do at your firm, or how you help other people. So I trust this has been helpful. Thanks for joining us, everyone, and go make it a great one. Thanks.